Hello, this is Goku471, and I'm here to do a review this time. A review of the pilot for Young Justice. It's going to be a Cartoon Network TV series coming out, I believe, in January. Now, I don't really know the date yet. I looked it up on IMDb to find out a little bit of information, and I watched this. And first of all is, the first thing that was going through my head, which I found out I am wrong, was that this is a Teen Titans TV show. It's just called Young Justice. But it isn't actually. There is a Young Justice comic series. But apparently the three main characters, except for the Aquaman, or the Aqualad, were actually the original members of the Teen Titans. So I kind of find that weird. If I would not have looked it up on IMDb, I would not have known the Robin in the TV show isn't Tim Drake. It's Dick Grayson, don't get me wrong. These are the originals. These are the original Teen Titan versions of them, which is actually very weird to me. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just use the Young Justice versions, other than the fact that, yes, Dick Grayson is the most famous of the Robins, but, I mean, Tim Drake this is Tim Drake. I don't see how this is not Tim Drake. It's very much like his attitude. Now, I've only seen him in a few mediums, and I've read a few comics with him, but this is how I remember him being. He's more cocky and more sneered than how I remember Dick Grayson being. Other than that, I did really like this. Really quickly, a quick synopsis is that all of the Justice League sidekicks, or at least the most prominent one, Speedy, Robin, Aqualad, and Impulse, or Kid Flash, are going to finally become members of the Justice League. So they go, and when they find out they're not really going to become members of the Justice League, they're basically going to have more access to the Justice League. They're going to be able to go a little bit farther than most people. They kind of get mad. Speedy just says, I'm out of here. They're not going to treat us like adults, and I'm gone. And the other ones try to take it upon themselves to solve a problem when Casmus Labs catch on fire. And they soon find out that this is a much bigger problem and they should have just waited. And later on in this episode, you introduce the fourth character of the show, which is going to be Superboy. So, essentially, right now, essentially in this episode, they introduced 5 characters. Now, I don't know if Miss Marvel, or if Miss Martian, is going to actually be a regular, or she, yeah. But other than that, I like the cast. My biggest problem is that they don't have the Trinity Kids. And what I mean by the Trinity Kids is that, if you all know that DC has a Trinity, it's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and I was wondering why there isn't a Wonder Girl or a variant of Wonder Girl in this. We have our Robin and we have our Superboy. And until Superboy was introduced, I was kind of thinking, are we even going to have a Superman variant? Because we have the Flash variant and we have the Aquaman variant, and for a second we also had the Green Arrow variant. And from what I've heard on IMDb, they have actually casted somebody to play Artemis, which is a Wonder Woman variant. So that will be cool. And I hope that the one thing I'm hoping from the show is that it has a revolving cast of characters, that we get more characters as the show goes on, and we get different ones and all that. That is honestly what I'm hoping for, because I like the idea of that. And that was my biggest problem with the Teen Titans TV show is, yes, we got other characters, but they were never staples. They never stayed. We only had the 5, and hopefully the show won't do that, because there's so many characters you can use. And, yeah, I've not read the comics, but I am definitely going to watch the show when it does come out. Other than that, I do recommend this. It is only a pilot. It's not going to come out for a couple of months, so, yeah, see it if you can. And I'll do more I'll more analyze this later on once I've seen more episodes, because all this is a pilot. It was good enough to get my interest. The animation style is actually good, unlike other stuff I've seen. So yeah, I do recommend this, and go see it. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see episode 2, because even though technically there were 2 episodes, I count that as 1 because it's a pilot, for a while. So this was Goku Photosym 1. Leave a comment or a video response if you like, and I'll see you next time, YouTube.